Tiamat doesn't have a dash, and she's a little overextended. We're going to rotate up. Get our 1 off, throw off our 2. We're able to get the pick. We're going to transform into the Hun Bats. We jump up and down, get the slow. We're going to use our ultimate. We're going to throw out our monkey. Throw out our 2. We're able to get a double kill. We're going to get some basics, and the tier is able to ult away. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shiny Bee Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play the Morrigan as mid. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, I think Morrigan goes well in any team comp. We're also going to refer to her as Morrigan instead of the Morrigan, just to make things a little bit easier on myself. So let's go ahead and jump into Morrigan's kit. Morrigan's 1, Deadly Aspects. Morrigan's going to make 2 copies of herself, and then she's going to deal a little triangle attack in front of her that's going to stun enemies. Morrigan's 2, Dark Omen. Morrigan's going to launch a wave of dark magic in front of her in a line attack. It deals bonus damage to minions and applies an omen to enemy gods for 8 seconds. Gods that get hit by a damaging ability, whether it's from you or an ally, are going to take additional damage. Morrigan's 3, Confusion. Morrigan's going to summon a phantom of herself and then become stealth. She can send the phantom forward, and then she's going to gain increased movement speed while she's stealth. It's going to be 30% at level 1, 40% movement speed at level 5. The Morrigan's ultimate, the Changeling. Morrigan selects a god from the current match and becomes a copy of that god, and then can use that god's abilities. She's going to cleanse herself of all effects and copy all of their current stats, including their items. The Morrigan's passive, Doomsayer. Every third hit of Morrigan's basic attack chain will explode, dealing damage to all enemies and then apply Doom to them. Doomed enemies will take additional basic attack damage over time. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point to our 2, level 2, put a point to our 1, level 3, put a point to our 3, level 4, put another point into our 2. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 2, max out our 1, max out our 3. We are going against a Tiamat. Having a basic attack that does AoE damage is going to help with our clear significantly in the early game. We go ahead and cast our 1, maybe just to scare him off. We're going to go ahead and try to challenge these Harpies. As a mid laner, it's important to try to get these Harpies. They're going to give you your first chance at getting a power lead or a level lead over the opponent. In terms of the start, we started with the Conduit gem. Conduit gem is about to receive a nerf in the 8.3 patch. However, it is currently providing us 25 magic power and 10 MP5. It has a passive that every second you gain a stack of arcane energy, causing your next damaging ability to deal additional damage of 2 true damage and remove all stacks. This effect can stack up to 20 times. Hun Bats is a little too weak to do anything. They're probably going to get these Harpies and we're not going to be able to do much about it. Luckily, we already got 1 set of Harpies. We're just going to assume that we're going to need the tower's help for this wave. I'm going to go ahead and kind of just fall back. So that third basic attack is applying tick damage to whatever it hits. We're calling out to our team that they're missing mid. I like to use my first 2 basic attacks on the melee minions and then cast my third basic attack that does AoE damage onto the archers. The logic behind it is that the melee minions are going to go down first because of our minions. The archers are going to need a little bit of help, so we're going to aim our AoE basic attack at the archers. We backed and picked up the tier 2 boots. Taking a look at ultimates on our team and the enemy team, we are probably going to be changing into Hun Bats a lot in the early and mid game, and then Cthulhu in the late game. We use our 1, we get some damage off, land a basic attack, go ahead and fall back. Our red buff is up, we're trying to let Hun Bats know that we need it. We're going to go ahead and use our 3, avoid the Tiamat damage, get our 1 off. We're setting up our ultimate. We accidentally set it up to Sylvanas. So I am playing on Xbox, and I'm playing with the Savage settings. So my ultimate is Y, and my cancel button is B. I'm going to push Y, select the god that I want to transform into. And if I want to transform, I'd push Y again. If I'm just selecting the god for a future transformation, then I'm going to push B after I select the god. 3 people over and right. Humbats is rotating over. We're going to go ahead and rotate over ourselves.
You cannot rescue everyone.
Humbats goes in, uses his ultimate. What's better than 1 Humbats ultimate? 2 Humbats ultimates. We're going to run in there, throw out our 2, cast our ultimate, get a double kill, and Humbats is able to clean up the tier. We definitely could have gotten a triple kill right there. I'm going to go ahead and rotate back mid so we don't miss too much farm. The reason that was a good rotation is because there's 3 people over there. They were close to our tower. Our jungler was also rotating over. We had our ultimate, so we knew we could deal some serious damage. We do need to back for our tier 3 boots here in just a moment. Tiamat just back, so we have pretty much free clear of this wave, and then we're going to back ourselves. We are going to be going into the lifesteal boots. They're going to give us a little bit more power and 8% magical lifesteal. We bought the tier 2 version of Spear of Desolation. That is going to be our first item. It's going to be very helpful getting our ultimate off of cooldown and being able to use it more often. We're trying to tell Humbats to go help right. He's warding the enemy jungle. Looks like the pressure stopped in right, so we're just going to go ahead and go for our red buff. Ravana's here. We're able to secure the red. We get super greedy and we walk back to get it. We use our Aegis at a terrible time. Tiamat's here. We're still wiggling. And we go down. I was super upset with that Humbats. While we were going for a red, he's warding the enemy's speed. So I message him, Jung, what are you doing? After spamming help a couple times. And I say, why ward speed? So that was a little his fault, a little my fault. We secured the red buff, and then we got greedy and walked back into it. We did not need to walk back into it. So even though we're super frustrated at Humbats when we were playing this game, part of that is our fault, as is most things in our Smite. Rarely is it a single person's fault.
Reports an ally has been slain.
We're showing up. We do have our ultimate.
You cannot rescue everyone.
Nice here. We try to get the stun. She gets her ultimate off first. We get the Humbats ultimate off, and we go down. Unfortunate. At this point in the game, I was like, oh my goodness. This is not going to be a video. I'm frustrated. Humbats is not helping me. Super upset, but don't you worry. We're about to pop off. Just a rough start in the early game.
Their naivete cost them their lives.
Whenever we're leaving Fountain, we do want to use our 3 as often as possible. That's going to give us a little bit more movement speed and allow us to get to lane a little bit quicker. I don't think I've ever seen a jungle go and ward the enemy's speed like 6 minutes into the game and not go for camps. So, first time for everything. We were about 100 gold short of being able to pick up the tier 3 version of Spear of Desolation. We do want it back as soon as we have enough gold, because that's going to give us a very large power spike. I have a feeling we're not going to back as soon as we have enough gold, but we definitely should. So that's definitely a little bit of a misplay if we do not.
We race ahead in time.
That's the beads from the Tiamat. We should back. We should back. Nice right here. We're going to cast out our 3. Throw out our 2. Throw out our 1. Land a basic attack or 2. It's a basic attack fight. We're able to get the pick onto the Neath. Tiamat's able to get the pick onto Sylvanas. We're going to throw out our 2. We do have our ultimate. Tyr is also here. We're going to cast our 3. Kind of peel away. Throw out our 2. Pop the... Oh, that was our 1. We're going to use our ultimate. Throw out our Hunbat's ultimate. Throw out our 3. We're going to jump away. The Danzabor is able to get the pick. Tyr is right on our booty. We're going to stay in this fight because there's about to be a stun. We throw out our 2. And Danzabor is able to clean up the Tyr. We're going to go ahead and back, pick up the Spear of Desolation. The Spear of Desolation is going to provide us 110 magical power, 10 flat penetration, and 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that whenever you get a kill or an assist on an enemy god, you're going to reduce the cooldown of your abilities by 2 seconds and reduce the cooldown of your ultimate by 8 seconds.
Your left tower is under attack.
So with characters that have stealth and also Danzabor's leaf ability, I find it very helpful if you make it look like you're going one way and then immediately turn away and go the opposite direction as soon as you're invisible. We miss our 1. Tyr's here. So next time somebody hits him with an ability, it's going to pop our 2. We get an additional 150 damage there. Ravana's on us. We're going to use our 3. We get revealed because we took damage. We're going to keep healing into jungle. We're very weak. We're just going to go the super safe way and walk all the way back and get behind our tier 1 tower.
Your left tower is under attack.
Morgan is a little squishy, so you're definitely not trying to brawl in mid with this build.
Your right tower is under attack. Enemy missing right. Cancel that. Enemy missing center.
So right now we have 10 up, a little bit of a team fight going on. Sylvanas goes down. We're going to fall back to our tower. Right now we have 10 flat penetration from Spear of Desolation. This works differently than percent penetration. So if we take a look at our magical protections, we have 41 magical protections. Let's assume that Tiamat has 40 magical protections. With 10 flat penetration, we're going to be dealing damage as if Tiamat only had 30 magical protections. We're able to get the pick onto Tiamat because of the Hunbat's ultimate. I heard this once from watching a Barracuda and Aggro podcast, that if you play the Morrigan and you main the Morrigan, you really get to play all the gods, because she can transform into anyone. We're able to get a pick onto the Tyr just by rotating. He was pretty overextended and pretty weak. We're going to wait till the red gets aggroed, use our 1. We're going to go ahead and back. Hunbat's is cleaning up our wave anyway. And we're going to be picking up Soul Gem. Soul Gem is going to provide us 80 magical power, 150 health, 12% magical lifesteal, and 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that on successful hit of an ability, you're going to gain 1 stack. At 4 stacks, your next ability that damages an enemy god will deal bonus damage equal to 30% of your magical power to each god hit, and will heal yourself and allies within 20 units for 40% of the magical power, and will consume the 4 stacks. So it's going to give us a little bit more cooldown. It's also going to allow us to hit a little harder. We get our 1 off. Ooh, we miss our 1 onto the Tiamat. We throw our 2. Tears here. We're able to avoid his nonsense. Got some great damage onto the tier. This Tiamat doesn't have a dash, and she's a little overextended. We're going to rotate up. Get our 1 off, throw off our 2. We're able to get the pick. We're going to transform into the Hun Bats. We jump up and down, get the slow. We're going to use our ultimate. We're going to throw out our monkey. Throw out our 2. We're able to get a double kill. We're going to get some basics, and the tier is able to ult away. With the Morrigan and her ultimate transformation, you want to try to dump your kit as the Morrigan, transform into an enemy god, dump your kit, and then whenever you transform back into the Morrigan, you should have your kit. So potentially you're dumping 3 kits onto an enemy whenever you ult with the Morrigan, and I think that's really why she's so strong. If you can get all of that damage off, it is an unbelievable amount of damage that should be able to get the pick on almost anyone. Standing in the Sylvanas plant to get some mana. We're going to go ahead and back, and we are going to miss a wave of minions for this, so it is going to cost us a little bit of gold and XP. But we're completely out of mana, and there's 3 people in mid, so we'll be splitting that wave. We are the highest level in the lobby, even though we had a very rough start. She's able to backflip away. If she did not, we would have gotten the pick on her. Zanzibar ultimate. We're going to throw out our 2. Throw out our 1. We're able to get the pick onto the Neath. We use our beads and our Aegis right there. We're going to throw off the 2 onto the tier. Next ability that damages him is going to deal additional damage. We walked into him. I think we bumped into him and he knew. We use the Hun Bats ultimate. We throw out the monkey. We're going to jump away. We try to get all of our damage off, minus our 2, and then just jump away to safety. We are just shy of having enough money for Polynomicon. We're going to go ahead and invis our way up mid. Our team's able to secure the Gold Fury. So our team has gotten 1 objective, their team has gotten 0 objectives. I'm going to try to rotate onto this Cthulhu. We get our 2 off. Miss our 1. He's a tanky boy. There's not a whole lot we're going to be able to do to him. Flat penetration works really well on squishy characters. It does not work super well on characters that are building the correct amount of defenses. So like a solo or support. Tiamat is missing in mid. We should probably call that out. We have the enhanced red buff. The enhanced red buff is going to provide us some magical lifesteal. We're going to go ahead and rotate right. That's Hun Bats ult, Danzabora ultimate. Tyr uses his ultimate. We miss our 1. Sylvanas misses his pull. We're in a bad spot, so we're just going to go ahead and back.
One can never have too many weapons.
We picked up Polynomicon. I guess our team just got the Greatest Scorpion. They didn't get the Gold Fury. Bit of a team fight going on. We'll go over Polynomicon in just a moment. Polynomicon's a really cool item. Our Hunt Bats goes down. Cthulhu's rotating into the team fight. It's just Sylvanas left.
Retreat.
I'm going to try to come at them from the backside where they don't see us. We throw out our 2, we're able to get the pick onto 1. We throw out our 1, we miss the stun. We go ahead and transform into the Hunt Bats. We use our ultimate, get our 3 off onto the tier. We're going to jump, throw off our 2. We're able to get a double kill. We ulted by Neath. We get rooted by the Cthulhu. Ravana's here. We're in a little bit of trouble. We're going to use our Aegis. And that might be the end of the team fight. Oh no, our solo has a med. We get the 1 off onto the Neath. We're going to kind of keep peeling away. Oh, if she didn't backflip, we would have gotten a triple kill right there.
Interesting.
Cthulhu's still chasing us, so we're probably just going to get on out of here. He's still chasing. Okay, he ran away.
Be right back.
We picked up Polynomicon on the previous back. Polynomicon is going to provide us 95 magical power, 300 mana, 12% magical lifesteal. It has a passive that using an ability gives your next basic attack within 8 seconds, plus 75% of your magical power as additional damage. This effect can only apply once every 3 seconds. This item works really well on the Morrigan because she has to get close to enemies with her 1. So it's really easy to land your 1 on an enemy and then land a basic attack. This basic attack is going to deal a lot of damage. This effect also applies to structures.
Only follow the rain.
Attack middle lane.
We force the advance.
We've got a grouping of 3. There's at least 2 people here. Throw out our 2. We're going to come in with our 1. It's a little short. Danzabor is able to get the pick with the help of our 2. I'm going to go ahead and loop behind this team fight. Or at least try to. Oh, we missed another one. We use our bees. We're kind of in a bad spot. That's Cthulhu ultimate. At this point in the game, I think Cthulhu ultimates are going to be more helpful than Hunt Bats ultimates. We use our 3. We're trying to get to this back line. We throw out our 2, throw out our 1, land a basic attack, and that is the power of Polynomicon. Oh my goodness. 100 to 0 that fool. Throw out our 2, land a basic attack, get our 1 off. Ravana's in the back line. We miss our 2. We land the Polynomicon proc. We're going to avoid tower. Cast our 3. We're still going for it. Pretty greedy. We're able to get the tower, and we should be able to push this Phoenix right here. They just have 1 person up. Gold Fury is up. Fire Giant is still in the Greater Scorpion form, so we can't really go for that right now. Really late in the game for it to still be a Greater Scorpion. We're going to go ahead and pick up our red buff before backing. And we're going to be picking up Chronos' Pendant. Chronos' Pendant is going to allow us to ult more often. Chronos' Pendant is going to provide us 100 magical power, 20 NP5, and 20% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that every 10 seconds, the Pendant subtracts 1 second from all of your abilities currently on cooldown. So what this build is lacking is percent penetration. So we would want to sell our boots for percent penetration, probably Obsidian Shard. Or we could have not gone Chronos Pendant, picked up Soul Reaver, and then gone Obsidian Shard for our boots. We throw off our 1, land a basic attack. A lot of people on us. We do have our ultimate if we need to get away. We use our 3. Ravana's still chasing us. Throw off our 2. Miss our 1. Get his beads though. We are in our ultimate. He's able to see us because he has Erendite, which is super unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. We get blown up before we can really do anything. Super unfortunate that he had Erendite, and that mechanic exists for me. After you ult, all enemies within a certain distance are going to be revealed. And whether you're invisible or not, you're going to be revealed. We were revealed. So right now we're saving up for Archmage's Gem, which is the upgrade for our starter item.
Be right back.
We have a 21 out of 27 kill participation, which I think is pretty darn good. I feel like it's always interesting to look at a kill participation ratio.
You cannot comprehend us. We
Go ahead and pick up that enhanced red buff. So the enemy team still has 2 tier 2 towers up. Each structure that is up is going to increase the protections that the Titan has. So if we were to just push up middle, there's a good chance it's going to take us a long time to destroy the Titan. We've changed our ultimate selection to the Cthulhu from the Hun Bats. That's a soul gem proc. We're going to keep kind of wiggling around the fight. We don't ever want to be in the front line of the fight. We usually want to kind of invis ourselves, get to the back line. We use our beads. That's his ultimate. Tier is here. So on Bat's ultimate, we are invis. Ravana's able to see us for a second. We throw off our 2. Throw off our 1. Get some great damage onto him. Go ahead and transform into the Cthulhu. We're able to get the pick onto the Ravana. We're going to rotate back to our back line, do a little bit of zoning, make sure that their back line can't get to us. We used our 3 to go invis. We're going to get behind him, land a basic. Ooh, and he's able to dodge it. In that instance, we should have 2'd 1, then tried to basic. We get the stun off. We're going to keep wiggling. Throw off our 2. He's able to backflip. I think just coincidentally. I don't think she knew that the 2 was coming. That is a surrender by the enemy team. We would have marched up, got the Phoenix, gotten the Titan. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.